much longer are they going to keep us here?
Tates are going to know about it when we're released. There's no way anyone except them are going to come out of this looking like villains.
Violence is not going to get anyone anywhere.
It's the only way scum like that pay for what's happened. Now else will Denton.
I've never been in trouble in my life. Getting locked up. Why am I behaving like this? I'm not violent.
According to my Uncle Zach, you got close to roughing up a bloke a few months back.
Gavin. Again, I couldn't control myself.
Everybody needs to let off steam from time to time. Just because you're vicar don't make you any different.
But that's just the point, it does. I'm supposed to be an example. Instead of like a coiled spring, I'm tense and worked up all the time.
Want to find yourself a woman?
Right, come on you two. Time to go home.
About time.
How dare people in this village resort to violence against us? They can't demand answers and accountability on the one hand and then physically attack us with the other.
Well, hopefully Cathy will have learned a lesson from this. If you're going to set up a campaign meeting, leave your rioters at home.
I'm going to have to go. I promised Adam I'd be in for 9. I'll see you later. Bye.
I guess congratulations are in order. Must say, it was a very well-attended meeting. Quite a few faces I've never clapped eyes on before. Mostly men, with fists at the ready.
I can't say I noticed. Glad to see Sean behaved himself. It means we won't have to get him to sign that apology.
Well, the company might have come out of this a lot better off. But we've still got a fight in our hands. We need to win people's hearts and minds, make them see that we're the ones who are seeking the answers to the crash.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Good. So I suggest we come up with a press release, making it clear how shocked and disappointed we were by the violence, and stressing that Tate Hollidge won't be pressing charges out of respect for the bereaved.
That sounds good to me.
Oh, I knew I should have gone. Trust me to miss the action.
Oh, it were a disgraceful display. I think the Reverend Ashley Thomas needs to take a good long hard look at himself. A man of the cloth laying into folk with his bare fists like that.
I'm not having that, Betty. The only reason Ashley would have got involved would be to calm things.
Oh, yeah? Since when did a smack in the gob bring about peace and goodwill?
You know full well that Ashley's not violent.
Well, why did they arrest him then?
Well, if you ask me, he wants to whip off his dog collar, get down on his knees, beg forgiveness, and then never set foot in a pulpit again.
Oh, you're so quick to judge, aren't you, Viv? Never mind all the good things he's done for your family more than most.
I'm sorry, Bernice, but he behaved appallingly. I'm going to have to do a lot in the way of damage limitation for our cause.
No! I'm not having you all slag him off. Ashley's a very kind, very giving man. The fact that he was arrested does not give you the right to decide that he's a thug. What right have you got singling him out? He wasn't the only one who got involved.
Well, come on, then. Who else was misbehaving themselves?
Well, you know me, I'm not one to talk. But
told you she was guilty. And last night, sure as eggs is eggs, sure as Lisa Clegg's got a lot on her conscience, she came clean.
Nellie, she's my wife.
Aye, and I'm sure you rue the day.
How did he go on looking after Belle, Sam?
Oh, she was good as gold. Except goody. I like spending time with her.
How was Lisa when she got back from the meeting? Was she okay?
She didn't really say anything. She just thanked me for babysitting and then went to bed. But she had a sad face.
If it hadn't been for a certain person's lack of responsibility, our Kane wouldn't have had cause to get arrested. How long do you think they'll keep him in for?
It's only an overnight job. Don't forget, he's not the only one who got handy with his fists.
If you ask me, he had every reason to lash out. If it wasn't for that unserviced lorry, maybe our Butch might not.
Was there anyone there to stay with Lisa?
Aye, but she said she wanted to be on her own.
I think I better go and see her.
You will not! After what she admitted to last night, you're to stay away from that woman, all of you. And stop asking after her. She deserves to be suffering, just like we are.
Are you all right, Emily?
I will be. Sarah.
Morning. Want some tea?
No, Sarah. We need to talk. About last night.
Am I the only one at work this morning? It's all right for some going in late.
I overslept.
Well, I suppose you're your own boss.
Yeah. Look, you're not happy here, Sarah. Not with him. Stop pretending that you are.
Everything's fine.
But we can make a fresh start. Why don't we leave together? Tell Jack that we're moving out.
Stop it.
And don't forget, the real culprits are Tate Hallage. They'll do anything to make themselves innocent.
Well, they've certainly succeeded. Is your Kelly working for him today?
Of course she is.
Oh, she's got a nerve. Not only did she not turn up for the meeting, she's now helping Tate business to prosper.
Oh, come off it, Mandy. She needs a job.
She should resign on principle.
And then what we're meant to do, starve? Look, Kelly does care, you know, Mandy. I tell you what, why don't you and Paddy come round for dinner tomorrow? You can talk to her then. Please. Look, she really is behind us on this.
I wonder if you can help me. I'm here to meet Reverend Thomas. He, stayed the night here.
Right. Afraid you've just missed him. Are you Mrs. Thomas?
Oh, no, he's not married. No, I'm just a friend. There is no Mrs. Thomas.
Morning, Viv. Emily.
You are barred. This post office is a peace haven.
I'm sorry if people think I let them down. I didn't mean to get involved. I shouldn't have been involved. Not like that.
That's right, Vicar. And I know you were only trying to protect me. But it doesn't get anyone anywhere, hitting people. When my dad turned violent, it didn't help. It just made things worse. Still, I'm sure you'll never do anything like that again.
No. No. I don't suppose you'd like to come to church tonight. It's my active service for after Easter.
We'll see.
This won't have done us any good at all. And thank goodness Councillor Exton didn't show.
I've tried calling him, but I only get his secretary.
Yeah, well, I would like to make it clear that I do not wish to be linked to any campaign with a violent fringe.
I know, Alan, and I feel the same way, believe me.
You're both living in cloud cuckoo land, if you don't mind me saying. Actions speak louder than words, at least when it comes to publicity.
We're not in a war zone, Diane.
No, you're in a rural village, brimming over with a lot of pent-up anger. There were deaths. People get overheated, always have, always will.
Well, I won't be deterred. If we can't get anywhere through a meeting with Tate Hallage, we're going to have to steer things in a different direction.
Well, tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. But you wanted this Councillor Ecclescake fella to turn up in the hope that he'd lend support.
Yeah.
And Councillor Simmons died in the bus crash. Hence, there's going to be a by-election.
And?
So why not try getting someone from round here to stand for council? That way things could get done officially. If you want the roads kept safe and clear of trucks, it's the council you have to try and infiltrate.
Splendid idea.
You're absolutely right, Diane. That's exactly what we need to do. If someone from the village was elected, it would give us a huge advantage. And I know just the person to ask to stand. Serve Ashley, will you, Diane?
You all right, Richie?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
Good for you. And what you drinking? Oh, that rhymes. Drinking. Do you reckon I could get one of the kids to do the paper round over the holidays? Give us both a rest?
Well, I was going to talk to you about that, Mrs. Windsor.
Great minds think alike, eh? As a rule.
If neither of us had to do the deliveries, we could devote more time to the shop. So I was thinking, why don't we ask Sam if he fancies it?
Sam Dingle? He's been in prison. Plus he can't even read. I can't go entrusting a sack of dailies to an illiterate ex-con.
It might be good for your public image. If you employ Sam, you'll be helping an ex-offender rehabilitate. Shouldn't we get back?
No. Scott said he'd stand in for half an hour. They've only had a quarter.
Ashley! I've been looking all over for you. I even went to the station, but they said you'd left already. What are you like?
Bernice, if you're going to give me a lecture about the way I should be seen to behave, save your breath. It's all I've heard all morning.
Actually, you're not fine mine amongst the voices. I've been tingling with pride ever since I was filled in. What strength you showed. Still, it was nothing but the response one would expect from a man of passion and conviction such as yourself.
Well, I'm not proud, so please, I'd rather you weren't either. I have a job to do and a church to fill. So far, I've succeeded in enticing precisely 2 parishioners to my active service tonight.
Oh, Ashley, you know what people are like so soon after Easter? They're all churched out. Oh, people have come round. They can't all be as forward-thinking as me.
I wish I had your confidence. If I lose my flock, I've failed in my duty.
What time does your service start at?
7 o'clock.
Right. We'll save a place in the front pew for me. I know I'm not a regular churchgoer, but I'll not have you short of an audience through narrow-mindedness. And if you've got time, perhaps we could meet up afterwards. I'd like to talk to you.
I've brought somebody to see you, Mrs. Windsor.
Hello.
I've told you, Emily, even if I was in half a mind to employ him, he can't read.
Sam?
Vicar in village riot.
Where did you learn to do that?
In prison.
Prison?
I know I've made mistakes before, but I'm honest and reliable.
What's that say?
Cow, slip, cottage.
There'd be 30 papers a day and you'd be paid £5 a week.
Is that Sundays and all? Bigger papers on Sundays.
They're big sacks. Sundays were taken into account at the sack-making factory. Well?
30 papers a day. And heavier papers on Sunday. Well, that should pay about a tenner.
Done.
Great.
What's this then? You off to a pick-up bar? Wait while I get me slap on, I'll be right behind you.
No, I'm going to Ashley's evening service.
Oh, all right. On second thoughts, I've a pile of ironing needs seeing to.
You and Alan can man the bar for me tonight. I'm due an evening off anyway.
What time will you be back?
I'm not sure. It might be late.
I didn't know church services went on for several hours these days.
Mum, all those men that you let into your life and then regretted every minute of it, all the times when you fell for men, when you knew it was just purely physical, well, did you ever meet a man who didn't make your heart skip a beat, but that you knew thought the world of you?
No, love. But I tell you this much. If I had done, maybe I'd have turned me back on everything I've always trusted in. Because look where I've landed up. Alone.
You're not alone. You got me.
True. But that's not the sort of companionship we're talking about, is it? Listen to your heart, plain and simple.
Thanks, Mum. I can't be sure, well, not completely, but I think I've decided that he's the one. Oh, I've been so awful to him as well. Still, time to put right. I'll see you when I see you.
I can't believe they put you in the cells. But you died because of Tate Hallage. You had every right to thump Chris Tate.
I got away lightly.
I know. But I reckon we should go after him again. All of them. Make them pay.
I'm sorry, Mandy. I'll have to stop you talking like this. Punching people doesn't get us anywhere. And it certainly won't bring Butch back.
Yeah, but why do the Tates always come out on top? Especially when they cause death. How can money protect you so completely?
Welcome to the world, Mandy.
This is going to ruin Lisa. Went round today, no work at all. I mean, how can the Tates live with themselves? There's no way she's the guilty party.
You've no need to show family loyalty to her, Mandy. She's got what was coming to her. I'm not saying I support the Tates, but I've certainly got it right where she's concerned.
Hey, I'm not having you talking about Lisa like that, Antonelli. Especially not in here.
Please, Mrs. Dingle, take it back. It's not fair.
I speak as I find Emily, and I find that she's a guilty woman.
What do you reckon, Uncle Zach?
I don't know, Kane. I don't want to think bad of Lisa, but she didn't do herself any favour yesterday. But we haven't got the full story. So let's not be too quick to condemn.
Here, here.
I know one thing. Whether she's to blame or not, she loved Butch like her own.
Well, he wasn't.
She loved him.
Never mind, Ash. You can't always play to a full house.
A quarter full one would have been something.
Oh, you've got to take the notice and get on with the show. There's times I've pulled back that pub door and we've got less people drinking than we've got serving behind the bar. But I still make sure I look my absolute best. Never mind numbers, Ash. You've got to concentrate on wowing the punters you have pulled in.
I'd hardly say I was out to wow my congregation.
No? Well, you certainly have me transfixed.
Tea or coffee?
Neither. How about some wine? Let's have a drink together, Ash. What do you say?
Well, yes, OK, if you've time.
Yeah, of course I have. Yeah, I'm in no hurry at all. You sit down and I'll fetch you.
So, did you ring Jack Sugden and ask if he'd stand for election?
Yes, I did, and he said he'd think about it.
Well, there's perfect timing.
Hey, there you are. We wondered where you'd got to.
Just fancied a couple of pints after work.
Here he is, our speech maker, the hero of the hour.
I'd second that, Jack. Well done. Thanks. Thank you. Let's just hope it helps to do us some good.
Anyone can stand up and make a speech. Except me when I'm clear-eyed, then both are no-nos.
Jack, have you thought any more about standing for council?
I've thought about little else all day. But I'm sorry, Kathy, I wouldn't be able to afford the time. It's hard enough on the farm as it is. And, well, now Sarah and I are back on course, I don't want to do anything that'll put pressure on my marriage.
I understand. It's a shame, but I hear what you're saying.
But I will do whatever I can to help out.
Yeah. Thanks, Jack.
Fancy another?
No, thanks anyway. Are you staying for a couple?
I thought I would. Why?
Just wondered if you wanted to film, that's all. Getting off now. I'll see you later, Jack.
See you. Sarah's at home.
Is she?
Yeah, of course she is. Where else would she be?
See you later.
I got you an Easter egg. I know it's a bit late, but better late than never, eh?
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
I didn't like to bother you before, with you having so much to organise.
Oh, you wouldn't have been bothering me. Should we have some of it now?
Oh, not for me, no, but you go ahead. I can't go digesting chocolate at this time of night. It's all very well Easter, and I know it's a special time, but you don't have to play of it with the waistline.
Oh, you don't need to worry about your figure, it's perfect.
Well, thanks, Ashley, but it's not. Well, I don't think so, anyway. Look, I don't want to go dragging up the past too much, but, well, it's been 4 months now since Gavin, you know, and, well...
You don't need to talk about it, Bernice.
No, I need to. What I'm saying is that I'm finding that he's no longer in my head anymore. I've had time to clear out.
Well, time is a great healer.
So they say. It's just I'm so pleased, really, because I'm finding that I'm not confused anymore or closing things off. Emotions, I mean.
Bernice, I've been thinking a lot about this, and I want to say sorry. I am so sorry that I ruined what we had by confusing friendship.
No, Ashley, please, you don't have to say anything.
But I think I do. Things have been awful between us since, and I can't bear it.
No, but that's my fault, not yours. You don't have to be sorry for anything. You're a man who acts when he feels something strongly, who does what he has to do despite how others may react. Never be sorry for that. I was so proud when I heard about the way you behaved last night. You were heroic.
Well, I don't feel proud of my actions, so neither should you be. Maybe I should be...
No, please. There's things I need to say. Shall I open another bottle?
I know.
Do you know, I've been thinking, you don't have to worry about running this place anymore, Alan. And you've a real history in the area. So wouldn't you be a good candidate for the council election?
You know, Jack, that's a great idea.
And it's very kind of you to say so, but I'm not sure.
You'd make a marvellous councillor, Alan. Don't argue. I can picture you now, fighting for what you believe in, winning arguments. And with a suitably attired lady friend accompanying you on any shindigs.
Well, I'm flattered you all think so highly of me, but just give me a day or so to consider it.
Hey, Diane, where's your Bernice gone to?
She's gone to church. I told you.
Why, but that were hours ago. Do you think we should start worrying? It is late and she's on her own.
Oh, she was going to see a friend after. She'll be back. Stop fretting. Unless the friend is a new bloke. Oh, I couldn't say. Oh, lucky her. I can't remember the last time I wasn't tucked up in bed, alone, and by 12. If I'd have known my life was going to end up as depressing and testosterone-free as this, I'd have joined a nunnery.
I've been really worried about you, Ash. Not just today, but since we had our misunderstanding.
Bernice, I really am very sorry. I know that it was a mistake, and I know that I embarrassed you. If you think it's at all possible for us to put it behind us...
Oh, I do hope so, Ash. Because if we could just forget that the whole thing ever happened, or if I could at least convince you it was just the timing of it. You see, I wasn't over Gavin. And I only ever thought of you as my best friend.
I don't understand.
What I'm trying to say is, I want to be with you in the way that you meant. To be intimate.
You mean... Are you saying